Hello, welcome, welcome. We are live. Conversations to Raise Vibrations every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're joining us live, we are so grateful you're here. My name is Lisa Kelly, and I am always joined by the beautiful Elvira Hopper. We just said we're all both in black, so why not put the red Christmas banner up? Red for Christmas, yeah. So if you are, hopefully you've given StreamYard permission to share your name, and if not, just let us know in the comment section who you are. We love to engage in comments. And if you're watching later, hit hashtag replay and let us know what you loved about this conversation. And then, as always, jump over to our YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe. So. Janet, hello, Janet. Welcome.
Hi, Janet.
Nice to see you live. Hopefully, Tori Jo will be joining us too, so that's great.
Yay!
Today we were just chatting in the studio, and something that came to me. Janet says, "I'm here for my lunch and learn." I love it.
Oh,
When I was
so great.
That's what we used to call it, lunch and learn, and I'd always have to go and do it
Yeah.
for a lunch and learn. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Today, what we're going to chat about is the power of gratitude. And I think it's timely because for those of you that don't know, I've been running, a 21-day gratitude challenge on the Facebook page. If you missed that somehow, I've got all the posts up in the guides section. You can't see, what I've discovered is you can't see the guide section from your phone, but you have to be on a laptop or a desktop to see that.
That's why I can't see it. Okay. I'm always on my phone. Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out. They don't have the capability of doing it from a phone. But as soon as you jump to, desktop or laptop, then the guides appears, and then I've got them all in order from days 1 to 6. Today's day 7. So
You're so organized. Yes.
I love this challenge, and I created I'm loving doing it. And what I was saying to Elvira is I needed this challenge more than I realized I needed this challenge. Because when we have stuff going on in our life, right, we're always going to have stuff, and it's what you focus on expands. And I think I've been focused too much on the quote unquote bad, if you want to call it that, but the challenging stuff in my life. And since I've been doing this and following along and journaling and doing all the same stuff, I'm like, every day I'm noticing different things. So I'm driving, into work, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so grateful. And I'm just rhyming off things that I'm just so grateful for. And today's journal, which I started to do, and I need to fully give it time. It's the 2 most influential people in your life.
Yeah.
And I started to well up as I was writing it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do this a little bit later when I'm just on my own and able to do it. But it really, really, really does raise your vibrations, which, as Elvira and I talk about, that's what we're all about. That's what this page is about. But the science behind gratitude is amazing. Right? What it does for your body, your cells, your organs, your brain function. There is so much that it does on a physiological level as well. And when I was journaling, when I was researching about that before I started this challenge, I was just amazed at the science behind it. And they've measured it, and they've measured people showing gratitude and how that increases the cellular level and what that actually does. And it's just absolutely. And Janet, I love my science. I know you do. And you know what? I'm not a sciencey person, but I do love the science behind things. I'm always interested in that, which is probably why I researched quite a bit about it. But I love it. It's amazing. So we thought we'd take, just shifting that. We've talked before on this, maybe this is a little like a take 2 on perception is projection, and what you put out there, what you focus on is what you get back. But we'll focus this around gratitude today, because it really, I think, has just changed everything for me. And Elvira has something quite cute, amazing that she's going to share today about it. So I'm excited to hear a little bit more about it.
Yeah. Awesome.
So take it away.
Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. Oh my gosh. And it's funny. I'm doing a challenge right now with my friend Brad Walsh. He's the who helps women to get their stories out. So basically the stories of what didn't break you, kind of made you, and he helps them capture these stories. And he's quite incredible. Uh, man, like he's a real stand for women, that it's going to be okay. Yeah, so Brad has put together this to leave someone a recording, and let them know what they mean to your life. So you're back, Lisa.
Okay, I was
So
just thinking, is this my internet or is this Elvira's internet? Someone
I
let me know.
I do, yeah. If you can let us know, that would be great. Because
'Cause I'm like, "Oh, I just checked my Wi-Fi. I'm on 5G. It's all full."
yeah,
But I don't know. So someone let us know
wow.
what's going on.
Okay, let us know if there's anything funky going on, because I don't know if I need to start over and explain what I was doing, but really quick in a nutshell, I'm working
Oh, it's
doing.
Elvira's internet.
Oh, it's my internet. Okay, okay. So let me start over again. So I'm working with my friend Brad Walsh. He does this thing called Empowerography. So he
Mhm,
he helps women to tell their story so that they can essentially use their stories to help others.
mhm,
What didn't break them made them. And he also
mhm,
takes pictures, very empowering pictures of women, like boudoir pictures and that sort of thing. And
mhm,
he's very cool. He's in the Toronto area. And anyway, he's become a buddy of mine. And he is doing this 30-day challenge as well, like you
mhm,
are. And his is about leaving messages daily for people that inspire you, that to let them know what they mean to you. And it's been going so well. Like, we're on day 7, and honestly, it just feels so good.
yeah,
Like, I thought it was going to be kind of cheesy, to be honest, right? Because gratitude is everybody talks about gratitude, right? But the fact is, you're right, there's science behind it. There's positive psychology science behind gratitude, and we're going to
yeah,
talk about that in a second. One of my coach friends, Brenda Jasmine, shout out to her, she taught me this little game that I'm going to show you in a second. But yeah, it's fact, it's factual, it's
yeah,
science, that
yeah,
gratitude really really shifts your vibration, your mood. And you can't hold sadness and gratitude in the same
yes,
thread. It's just not
yes,
possible, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so I thought his was going to be cheesy, but I'm really loving it. It's really really lovely.
Good.
Yeah, so there's nothing quite like a challenge. People, making you do the things that you should be doing, probably,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
I don't like that word should, but anyway, so
yeah,
I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying that. So yeah, so my the piece on gratitude is, first of all, with the Love Your Vibe transformation, gratitude is one of those things that we use as one of our tools, right? So I'm sure a lot of systems use it. It's not just
yeah,
ours, right?
yeah.
But Brenda Jasmine, she did this thing called positivities, and she would have women together and bring them to have tea together, and
Mhm,
she would teach positive psychology, because she was really
mhm.
into that, all about the science. She's really science based. We're a little more spiritual. She's more science based. So I have so much respect for her. And so she taught us this little game called the gratitude game. I guess that's what
Mhm,
she called it. Well, that's what I call it anyway. And she had us throw a ball back and forth. And as we threw it back and forth, we would say something we're grateful for. And
mm.
then the person would throw it back and say something they're grateful for. And they would just go back and forth like that. And I forget at what, like, how, if somebody was a winner, or both people just felt good. But I kind of reinterpreted that with my own system. So I ordered these adorable little emojis, these little hacky sacks, right?
I love
With my cute
them.
little brand on the side, right? So I've got these great little emojis. There's a shocked face there, and there's a winky eye there, and there's another shock. There's the there's the glasses. Anyway, I was giving these out yesterday. That's why I have them at in front of me, because I did an event where I was coaching. I did some complimentary coaching, and I gave one away to everyone that I was coaching. So anyhow, this is the game that I taught them yesterday. Okay, so you play the gratitude game with this happiness hack hacky sack. So again, what is a hack? A quick way to something, right? So what's a quick way to happiness? Gratitude. So the happiness hack hacky sack is something that allows you to be happy, because you're playing the gratitude game with it. So this is how it's played. Okay. So you can play it with, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, as many as you want. You just throw it. And as you throw it, you say what you're grateful for. They catch it. They throw it back to you or to the next person. They say what they're grateful for. So as you're hearing all these different gratitudes, and oftentimes the person that's throwing it to you say, I'm grateful for you. So you get to hear that
Yeah,
someone's
yeah,
grateful for you, right? So
yeah.
it raises your vibration. So honestly, within like just going back and forth a few times, you're feeling happy, you're feeling
I love it.
grateful, you're in that high vibration state. So I need to get you one of these, Lisa. And if somebody
I
else
love it.
is interested, I could do a little giveaway, and however many people, I'll put their name in the hat, and because I only have so many left. But anyway, the point is that yes, gratitude has been scientifically proven. Brenda Jasmine did a lot of research on it, and she brought this game. I don't know whether she created it or someone else did, but I reinterpreted it with my own little emoji hacky sacks. And when she saw them, she's like, "Oh, I should have done that." And I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe you should, right?" So, but she had like a little ball, and I think she had like a happy face ball or something. So anyhow,
I am loving that.
and you can do it with anything, really, right?
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I love it. The other
yeah.
thing I was that just came to mind when you were saying this that you could do as well is the gratitude. I remember when I was doing my Huna energy practitioner class, and we were sitting in the energy of each other, like really looking at one another. And then the whole class had to go around, and you're kind of
Mm,
sitting there, which always feels awkward when people are looking at you. And, energetically, what do you see in that person? What do you
yeah,
see? Right?
yeah,
Like, what
yeah,
are we all grateful for? Well, like, I can see you are a, loving, vibrant, whatever the person would say, and we would all write it down. And
yeah.
at the end of it, you'd have this heart, I am, in the middle of the heart,
Mm,
all the words around
I love that.
you. Yeah. So I was just thinking, with that hacky sack, you could be doing that as well, too. Just
Yes, I
really,
love that.
yeah,
Yes. Oh my God.
it's
We
so
should do that
beautiful.
in our program, Lisa. We can
Yes, we're
we
going
can
to.
use that. Yeah, I
We,
love it.
we are,
I
because
just wrote that down. I am, with all the little arrows, and I
it's
love
in
it.
there.
Yeah.
It's in there. And
Yeah.
you know what? It's so beautiful because the entire room is vibrating at the end of this. Like, you
Oh,
just
nice.
so highly elevated.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Because on a 0 to 10, where is gratitude? According to Abraham Hicks, one of our favorites that talk about law of
Well,
attraction.
it's higher
On
up on the list, but I don't know exactly where it is, but it's higher
it's
up on
about
the
a
list.
9. It's about a
Yeah,
9. It's one
yeah,
of the highest you can get to. I always say like a 10 is like an orgasm. You can't really live at a 10, but if you can live between a 7 and a 9,
mhm,
that's your zone. That's your
yeah,
miracle magnet zone, as we like
yeah.
to call it. And when you're living between a 7 and a 9, gratitude is a quick way to get there. And
Yes.
again, it's not about spiritual bypass where it's like,
No.
okay, something shitty happened, and right away you're going to shift it into, oh no, but this is good, and I'm going to use gratitude. We don't recommend that. We
No.
recommend you to feel your feelings, and then
Yeah,
when you're ready to shift your mindset around it, or do some healing, do some journaling, do some tapping, whatever it is that gets you back into your zone.
yeah.
You got to feel the feelings, and then go to gratitude when you're
Yes.
ready. Like, I go to gratitude. Well, I'm able to do it now because so many years have gone by, but I have nothing but gratitude for the people that bullied me corporately, because
Yeah,
they were the ones that forced me out of an inauthentic life to live my truth. So
yeah,
today I have nothing but gratitude for those people.
yeah,
And they actually treat me well because I don't bully myself anymore, and they
yeah,
can't bully me, because you can only someone only engages in you if you actually believe what they're saying, right? This is
yeah.
what this inner work is about, with tearing the kick me sign off your back, and never being a victim ever again. So I have nothing but gratitude for them, because if they hadn't treated me that way, I would have never left that inauthentic life. I would
Yeah,
have never been divinely gifted, love your
yeah,
vibe transformation. So
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
And one of the things I'm doing in this challenge is, it's easy to feel gratitude for things that you love and that you're happy with, and people in your life that I
Hmm.
think yesterday's or the day before was about relationships. And I made a point of saying in my little blurb in the post is, keep in mind that you can be grateful for people that may
Yeah.
be, like you just said, right?
Angels of evolution, we call them.
Pieces of
Yes.
evolution,
They
right? Like,
force you to evolve. Yeah.
absolutely. Like, I can now look at my ex-husband and say, wow, I'm so grateful for him because without him, I wouldn't have my daughter. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, I mean, and there's obviously more things, but
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. So if we can look at the challenging times with others, you know,
Mhm.
like you've just given that perfect example, you know, it shifts your perception around
Mhm.
what's
Mhm.
happened
Yeah.
into enough, right? And
Yeah.
gratitude turns what you have into enough, which is what I'm finding that, hey, I don't always need to be out there in the want, right? I can
Mm.
be here in the moment and just feel grateful
Yeah.
for what I have in my life right now. And it's
Yeah.
okay, you know, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and there's science behind it. And, so this is why it really, really is powerful. You cannot be in a state of depression or sadness
Yeah,
or anger if you are in a state of gratitude.
yeah,
And, but use it wisely. Don't like just spiritually bypass and say, nope, not going to think about that. I'm going to have gratitude. No, you got to process your feelings because we're humans and we've got to process it.
yeah,
But when we're ready, we can shift. And,
yeah,
and again, that's the invitation. When you're ready to shift, you can shift. For
yeah.
2 years, I lived in solid depression, anxiety, and panic disorder, blaming those people, hating them, shaming me for hating and shaming me.
Mhm,
And when
mm,
I was able to make that shift at the end, it's like, okay,
mhm.
enough victimhood already.
Yeah,
I am not what they're describing me as. I know who I truly am. And
mhm,
that's when everything shifted and
yeah,
I ended up having gratitude for them. But it took a while to get there. And I pray that when people do this inner work with our team, one of our facilitators, they can shift as soon as they're ready, not
yeah,
to spiritually bypass, but as soon as they're ready.
yeah,
And even working with us in our program, Lisa, women that know they're here for more, women over 40 that know they're here for more, they're here to feel better, they're here to do their inner work, to excavate, to let go of what they thought they were, to embrace who they truly are. They get to use this as part of their toolbox as well. We're going to be holding space for that. And I'm so excited to do that with
I
you.
am too. That's so great. Yesterday, I wanna just share this story because I just feel like it just came forward, so I'm gonna share it. Yesterday, I was in a grade 1 class, and I've been in there for a couple days because their teacher
Oh, grade one, so cute.
it can be.
God bless you.
So
I bow down to you. I could never do it.
it can be, and you wonder why I was so exhausted the last few days. But I, you know, here's the thing. I was in there because their teacher has gone off on leave, and I know her. Her husband has left teaching. She's left. More and more
Mm,
have left. Are leaving the field.
yeah,
Right? Okay.
yeah.
So yesterday I thought we're just going to sit on the carpet because the first day was crazy. Like they were crazy, and yesterday I had to do a whole lesson on big problems and small problems. But anyway, yes.
Sorry,
Um,
Lisa. I can just see you there with a bunch of little ones, and big
good
problems and
times.
small problems.
Oh, yes, good times, good times. Okay, because 'cause I'm used to when I was teaching full time, I would never have picked it was always like grades 5 to 8, right? So this
Yeah.
is interesting. But anyway, yesterday I sat with them because their teacher left, and nobody's actually talked about that with them.
Oh.
And so I said, "Listen, I know that change is hard, and
Mm,
I know that, it's okay to feel what you're feeling, like, you're gonna really
yeah,
miss Miss Jackson, right?"
yeah.
And 2 of them started crying. One of the
Oh.
behavior boys got up, grabbed a Kleenex, and gave it to her.
Oh.
Uh, I was like, "Oh my god." They just
Oh.
needed to talk and feel their feelings, and no one did that for them. And I don't even
Oh,
know if their
Lisa.
parents did. I have no idea. I'm not at home with them, but they just wanted to talk about it. And I said, "It's okay." I said, "Change is really hard for most adults too. I get it." And I said, "And it's okay if you're feeling sad, let's just feel that sadness because it's
Oh,
hard."
Lisa.
And then I talked about adapting and being able to adapt to changes that you're going through. And then I talked about feeling gratitude for everything Miss Jackson's taught you and everything.
Mm.
And the room totally shifted
Oh,
yesterday.
Lisa, that just makes me cry. That's so beautiful. What
It
a
just
gift you are to them.
it just shifted. The whole day shifted as opposed to
Oh,
Monday, like Tuesday. shifted. And I was like, okay, this was a better day. So yeah, like even kids, because we think of, oh, they're just kids. They're old souls, a lot of these
The
kids. They've been on the earth probably,
kids teach us, man.
they're old souls, right?
Yeah,
So we have to remember that too, that their soul gets it and
yeah.
they need this as much as we need this. But
Wow.
I think adults often forget to talk to them about this
Yeah.
and just anyway, yeah, that
Yeah,
just
that's
came
so
forward.
beautiful. Giving them the space to feel their feelings, Lisa, that is gold, right? Like that's not how I was raised, right? My mother, like, shut up, you got nothing to cry about. I'll give you something to cry about. That's what was done back in my
Mhm.
day. And so when I raised my child, I'm sure I could have done a better job,
Oh,
right?
me
I don't
too.
know if I held space for his feelings much,
Yeah,
There were times when the feelings were really big and I was able to, like go into mom mode, that would serve him. But a lot of times I would brush it away like, oh, you're overreacting. Like,
yeah,
no, those are his feelings, right? And
yeah.
so God bless my kiddo. He turned out okay. So far, knock on
Yeah.
wood. But I really feel like, yeah, what a gift to when you know better, you do better. And what an amazing teacher you were to hold space for their feelings.
Mhm.
And that little problem boy giving the Kleenex, like, oh, that's so
I
beautiful.
he Oh my god, and 2 of
Oh,
them, there's a couple behaviors in that class, and 2 of them totally turned their day around, like, totally,
wow.
and one of them, the teacher does these fuzzies, like, she has a bucket of fuzzies, and you get a fuzzy, when you and if they collect 20 at the end of the week, they get a prize, right? So this
Oh,
one boy, I went over to him and I handed him a fuzzy, and he's staring at it, and then he opened his baggie to put it in the baggie, and he's counting what he has, and then I walked
oh,
by him later, and he's still staring at them. I'm gonna cry when I say this.
oh.
He says, "You have no idea how much this means to me." I know.
Oh.
So I said, "Oh my goodness." I sat down beside him in the chair and I said, "Can I give you a hug?" And he said, "Yeah." So I hugged him and
Oh my
I said,
God.
"You are so sweet. I knew you could turn this day around." And,
Oh,
like, just
oh,
that's what
Lisa.
these kids need, right? They need to be heard. Unfortunately, I mean, I got out of the game because
Yeah.
it's not if they don't the curriculum, the
Yeah.
ministry, nobody allows space for this.
Yeah.
And if this is what they need.
Yeah.
What they
Oh,
need.
Lisa.
So
Yeah.
there's a full-time teacher
We need
wants
a reform. We need a reform in the schools, right? We need to teach things that really
I'm
matter.
telling
And
you 100%, like
we need to bring
100%.
spirituality into schools. We need to teach kids how
It's
powerful
missing
they are.
everywhere. It's missing everywhere,
Yeah.
and they hired a what they call long-term occasional for that classroom, and she started today, and I thought, "Oh boy." I prepared the kids, I told them that, I wasn't gonna be they
Yeah.
all knew that, but, I left her, like, detailed, copious notes, and I said about this one specific boy, I said, "He just needs love. He
Yeah.
just needs to be loved." I just hope that that happens. Janet says, "Wow, Lisa, you are amazing. So beautiful how you help the kids process their feelings. I'm crying over here too. So wonderful." Yeah,
Thank you, Janet.
really, really was. I told them I'm back in at that school on Thursday. I said, "You want me to come visit you?" They're like, "Yes, come visit
Oh.
us, please. You're so kind."
Oh, Lisa, you make
Yeah.
such a difference in the world. Oh my
Oh,
God.
well,
It is.
Monday, I was like, "What did I sign up for?" Tuesday,
Oh, that is so,
yeah,
so
it was
beautiful.
good. It was really good. Anyway,
Oh,
that's gratitude, and you know what? I sit here
that's
today
gratitude. Yeah.
in gratitude for those kids and
Yeah.
what I learned just from the couple of days that I was with them. So I
Yeah.
am feeling very blessed to be with
Yeah.
them and to be in their presence. So yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, well, I would like to invite anyone that's watching us live or on replay or on YouTube to
Yeah.
post below what you're most grateful for right
Yes.
now after experiencing this conversation to raise your vibration. What are you present to right now? What are you most grateful for? If you could
Yeah.
just drop that in the comments, we'd
Mhm.
really, really love to witness you.
I love it. And I love it. It's witnessing them, but it's also this is what I'm saying in my challenge on the group is the more that you post, then we're all raising consciousness. We're all
Yes.
raising what it's like playing that game with somebody. It's
Yeah.
like doing the I ams with someone, what you see in that person. It's you're just raising the vibrations
Yep.
of the world, of the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
We'll call it a internet room, but
Yeah.
we're raising vibrations here. So let's raise vibrations,
Yeah.
drop that in and let us know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and gratitude should be a part of every day. I don't like that word should. We can choose to make gratitude a part of our
Yes,
everyday,
I agree.
and actually that's how I live my life. Like gratitude, if you go to the Via Strengths Finder, it's a little free quiz on your values. Gratitude is my number one value. So
Mhm.
that's why my team gets a lot of thank yous from me and a lot of appreciation because it's what I value most is gratitude. And
Aw.
when people don't show gratitude, it's kind of like, okay, but that's them, they've got to do their thing, right? But it kind of like irks me a little bit, right? If I do something and it's not acknowledged, because it's such an important value to me, I do notice it, right?
Yeah.
Although I'm getting better at just letting people just be themselves, whatever they are, I've grown, to be that way. But you're so great with gratitude, Lisa. I think that's why we get along so well. Like you just
Yeah,
really, really acknowledge. So gratitude is important to you as well. And
it is
and those
very
are the
important.
people you need to hang out with, the people that share your values. And
Yeah,
for me, it's number one.
I agree, I agree.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna say too, it might not be everybody's love language.
No.
Never right, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
the love
Yeah.
language. Janet says, "I am grateful for you too, my Wednesday lunch and
Oh.
learns. I taught my
Oh.
kids to say thank you as soon as they could speak, if not even before."
Oh,
Yeah,
wow. That's so
great.
cool. I love
It's
it.
funny because when my kid starts, if she's complaining or whatever, I say to her, "Don't forget, like, what you focus on expands. So what are you
Yeah.
grateful for?
Yeah.
Cancel and name 3 things you're grateful for in this moment." I do it with my husband too. He's like,
Yeah.
"What are you Yeah, we are. What are you grateful for today? Let's start our day with gratitude."
Yeah. Yeah.
And I noticed on her story, my daughter's story, a few days ago, she had posted a quote on gratitude, and I thought, "Oh, something's
Oh, it's
sinking in for
coming
her."
through. Yeah. It's true because it works. And
Yeah,
we wouldn't do it if it didn't work, right? And Oprah is a huge fan of gratitude and
yeah.
what we focus on expands. So I remember she did a whole show on this woman who I forget exactly the details, but a woman who had this little tiny hovel in Manhattan. She started being super grateful for this little tiny space and then all these amazing miracles came into her life and she did a whole show on that on gratitude and yeah, just so inspiring because the universe, this is the law of gratitude and this is part of the Love Your Vibe transformation.
Yeah.
We have a journal that we keep
Mhm.
called the A&G journal, affirmations and gratitude. So on the first half of the page you write your affirmations, things
Yep,
that you really really want as though they've already happened. So
yep,
I am so blessed now that blah blah blah, right? And you feel the feelings because the universe matches your feelings, not what you write, not what you say, but what you feel, right? So that's
yep,
the top half. So
yep.
that's activating the law of attraction. And then the second half is activating the law of gratitude. So
Mhm.
you state 10 things that you're grateful for. And even if it's the same damn things every single day, writing them out. So pen to paper, writing them out helps you to first of all embody that
Mhm.
gratitude,
Mhm.
and the universe picks up, oh, you're grateful for this, Lisa. Well, I'm going to give you even more to be
More.
grateful for.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what you're activating when you write out your gratitude every day. So
yes.
you know this. I'm just sharing
I
it
love
with anyone that might not know that piece.
I
So
love it. Yeah,
something you can do
100%.
today. Start an A&G journal, affirmations and gratitude. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're already, if you're listening to this and you're already not part of the 21-day gratitude journal in this group, I invite you to go check it out. Again, they're all in the guide section, so you don't have to start at day 7 if you don't want. You can go back and start when you want, but they're all there. Or you can start at day 7 and just continue with us. But I'm really enjoying this. I think as much as the other people doing this are enjoying it as well. So it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
This was so great. I
So
love it. I
good.
already feel like
Yeah.
vibrations raised higher.
Woo.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I have to
Little
get
kissy
one though.
face. Yeah. You need to get one of these, Lisa. I will save one for you. Yes.
I do,
Okay. I
100%.
know
And
Janet has one, at least one.
I'm so grateful for Janet and Tori Joe and the other people that jump on here week after week. I am
Yes.
so grateful
So
for you. I
grateful.
just hope you all know that. And I'm holding space for all of you. And I am so grateful for Elvira for joining me. I'm grateful for the universe who has, you know, our paths have crossed in this universe. Like,
Yeah.
it's just amazing. So I'm so
Yes.
grateful for that.
Yes.
Um,
And to Dianetta for connecting us, and she's one of
yes,
my soul
right?
sisters, and who rediscovered her act two in her 70s. So
Yeah.
she's an amazing woman. Shout out to her in this group. Yeah, so I'm so grateful to you, Lisa. Everyone, everything you just said. So thank
Love
you.
it. Love it. And Janet says, I feel so at peace from this session. And I have 2 of those little balls. That's awesome,
Oh,
Janet. And she said
hacky
she
sacks,
did her
hacky
laughter
sacks. Yeah,
yoga. Yeah, for sure. I would do
yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
all right. Well, thank you everyone for
Thank you.
joining us. And until next week, have a wonderful day and we will see you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.